Hello guys, let us discuss about another special stock, and as you can see the name of the stock is GMM Pfaudler. So this company was earlier known as Gujarat Machinery Manufacturers, and then a USA group named as Pfaudler acquired 51% stake in this company, and therefore new company GMM Pfaudler came into existence. Now this company manufactures corrosion resistant glass lined equipment, and if we talk about its major customers, then they are pharmaceuticals, specialty chemicals and agrochemicals. Although they have other customers also, but these three are the major customers. If we talk about the manufacturing facility of the Pfaudler Group, then they have facilities across four continents in the countries like USA, UK, India, Brazil, etc. Having a look at its present scenario, according to ticker tape, the current price is more than the intrinsic value, but the stock has given better returns than FD. The stock does not give attractive dividends, and it is good point to enter in this stock because it is not in overbought zone and there are no red flags. If we see the price chart of GMM Pfaudler from 2018 to 2021, we can see the stock was around 821 in 2018 in the month of May. And if we talk about the closing price as on 25th June, it was around 4,687. So we can say that stock has almost given 5 times returns. You can also see here 559% returns in just 3 years. The company is still a small cap having a market cap of rupees 6,777 crores. If we analyze the financial statement, let's begin with income statement. There are few positives here. The revenue growth of the company is higher than the industry. Also, the company has been increasing its market share and the net income has been growing in the last 5 years. If we see the revenue part, in 2018 revenue was around 415 crores, but it reached to 24 crores in FY21. If we compare it from the last year, the revenue has almost doubled. But if we notice, even after doubling its revenue, profits have not increased by that proportion. So one of the major reason for this is increasing operating expenses. Now, if we see the bifurcation quarterly wise, we'll observe the operating expenses has increased in the March 2021 quarter. They have almost tripled, because of which company has not been able to generate enough profits. Now, GMM Pfaudler is not the only company which faced this problem. There were other companies like Tata Chemicals which faced the similar problem of higher operating expenses in this particular quarter, because of which their net income was very low. Now, another positive with this company is increasing EPS. It has been increasing over the period of time, and these are very good signs for the company. Now, let's have a look on the balance sheet. So the company has very low debt to equity ratio if we compare it with the industry average. Also, the current ratio is higher than the other companies in the industry. The company has been increasing its total assets year by year. Again, these are very good signs. If we notice the PE ratio of the companies, we'll observe that GMM Pfaudler has quite higher PE ratio than the other companies in the industry. And this company has been offered higher PE based on the future aspect, looking at the future growth possibility. And there are other companies who have higher PE ratio than GMM Pfaudler, for example, Lakshmi Machine Works. If we talk about the forecast comparison with major peers, then three companies have been taken, which are Cummins India, AIA Engineering, and Thermax Limited. The highest buy recommendation for the company is for GMM Pfaudler. If we talk about the upside in the future, then it is 16% for GMM, while for other companies it is in negative. But the interesting thing is 1 year forward EPS growth. It is around 45% for GMM Pfaudler, which is very high. and for other companies it is comparatively lower. Now let us talk about the fact whether GMM Pfaudler can give 100% return in 2 years. So if we talk about the current PE ratio of the stock, it is around 93 and current EPS is at 50 rupees. So according to the forecast, the growth in EPS in 2022 should be 45%. Now if we assume the same growth in the share for the year 2023, the growth can be more than this also and can be lesser than this also. But for keeping the things balanced, we'll assume the same growth. Then the EPS by the year 2023 should be 105 rupees. Now, if we calculate the share price based on this EPS in the year 2023, then it should be more than 9,300. But for the safety purpose of the calculation and keeping the things realistic, we have calculated with an EPS of 100 per share, and then the share price with the PE of 93 should be 9,300 rupees. So this is like 100% return from the current price. When we look at shareholding pattern, we can see promoters holding is just few more than the half of the holding, mutual fund around 6%, other domestic institutions around 1%, FII almost 7%, retail and other parties almost 30%. There are low pledged promoter holding, and we can see that mutual funds have been increasing their shareholding quarter on quarter. Having a look at shareholding history, then domestic institutions have increased their shareholding from the past, although in the last 2 quarters they have decreased by a substantial amount. FII have increased their shareholding by a huge amount. Retail and other parties have also increased their shareholding, and but total promoters holding have been decreased, and there is a reason for that, and the reason is the promoter bought offer for sale in the month of, I guess, September, in which they reduced their shareholding, and that was the time when these institutions increased their shareholding. If we will see the price chart of GMM Pfaudler in the past 1 year, we'll see that stock price fell a lot after the month of September, and the reason was offer for sale. The management bought this offer for sale, and retail investors were not so happy. It was around at a price of 5,400, but the investors didn't get time for selling their shares. As a result, there was continuous lower circuit on this stock, and when it stopped, the stock started consolidating, but since then it has been gradually increasing. If we have an overall look at the performance of GMM Pfaudler in the year 2020, we'll see quite impressive figures. Revenue increased by 23%, EBITDA by 45%, profit after tax by 53%, EPS also by 53%, net worth by 25%, and ROE by 23%, which is quite impressive. If we see segment-wise revenue contribution of its products, then major revenue comes from glass-lined equipments, then 10% of revenue from heavy engineering products, 10% again from mixing systems, 3% from engineered systems, and 8% from filtration and drying equipments. Most of its revenue come from domestic region, around 90%, while 10% from international region. CRISIL is a agency which gives credit rating to company, and it has given long-term rating to CRISIL as AA stable, which is the second highest rating. The first is AAA, and short-term rating is A1 plus, which is the highest rating for short-term. So it has received very good ratings. Now this is the chart of GMM Pfaudler on a 1-day time frame. The stock closed at 4,687 on 25th of June. Now I can find a support just below this level. I'll mark it, and stock is currently trading above this level. The support is around 4,610. Now if the stock bounces from this level and if it manages to cross this 5,440, then it can go up to, let's say, 5,993. And if it breaks this resistance, then it can go up to earlier highs of, it will be around 6,584. So we can say our target 1 can be at the level of 5,993, while our target 2 can be at the level of 6,584. But if the stock breaks this current support level, then it can go down up to 3,450. So if you are currently invested in this stock, you can continue being invested. Sooner or later stock may move upwards. But if someone is looking for a new entry in this stock, then either you can enter at the current level, or you can wait for the stock to break this support and reach another support, and then you can take an entry. Also, if you take the entry at the current level, you can take a SL, but I would suggest you to take little bit deep SL, because on 18th of June, as you can see, the stock broke the support, but then again next day it made a green candle, and now it is trading above this support. So it is better to take little bit deep SL. So we can say that let's take SL around 4,400. So this will be our SL. If the stock breaks this current support level, then also keep an eye on this stock, because this level of 3,450 has been the demand zone for the stock, and stock has taken the support at this level earlier in the past, and it can again increase from this level. So this was all from this video. If you like the content in this video, then please do like the video and subscribe to this YouTube channel.